Good morning, everybody, and congrats on the series. I love it, and it ties in perfectly to what I'm going to be talking about today, because it's about video in the sales funnel. For those of you who are new to this segment, and me, I'm a TV producer, Debbie Mitchell, and a video strategist, and my company is Deborah Mitchell Media and Associates. We work with entrepreneurs, corporate executive, authors, and thought leaders to expand their online presence and increase revenue by using video storytelling to take their audience on a journey to becoming customers. So the last time I was here, I discussed using video content in the different stages of the sales funnel, the customer journey. So here's a quick rewind. The benefits of implementing a strategic video marketing campaign includes compelling video requires planning, strategy, and targeted distribution to reach your targeted audience for it to really, really work well. A strategic video marketing campaign caters to each stage of the consumer purchasing journey, and it builds relationships, drives business growth, and converts your audience into customers by leveraging video storytelling. So it's well established that video content is essential in digital marketing, but let's bump it up a notch and elevate the content to high-value video content. So high-value video content goes beyond simple entertainment, dance videos, and fun videos. High-value content is content that has substance, great nuggets of information, and that gives your audience a major takeaway. So again, this can be all used through the sales journey, all these different types of videos. The specific value proposition you emphasize in the video content will differ depending on the customer journey stage that you're in. The ideal video proposition is to the point and appeals to the customer's strongest decision-making drivers. For maximum impact, focus on creating content that addresses your audience's unique needs and considerations at the particular stage that they're in. So let's go through and I'll give you some key strategies for creating high-value video content. Identify your target audience's needs and pain points. You always say that. So that means ask what their challenges are, and then you answer that challenge in the video. So they're seeking information, answer it. Focus on providing solutions, not just information. Don't just tell them what's wrong. Offer practical solutions and advice. Showcase your expertise. Demonstrate your knowledge and experience to establish yourself as a trusted authority. Maintain high quality production value, good lighting, audio is key, and nice editing makes it really professional and engaging. So examples of high value video content for the consumer journey. An expert interview with industry leaders that addresses the value proposition, builds trust, and establishes credibility. A financial advisor or an accountant interviews a renowned economist to discuss current market trends and investment strategies. In-depth product tutorial, that's probably in the desire stage. That addresses specific needs and showcases solutions. So example, a software company creates a high-value content tutorial demonstrating some of the features of a new product. So that's showing their audience the product's capabilities and educates those who are watching to know more about their features and solve specific problems. And then finally, a client success story with emotional connection. That's probably in the decision action stage. The value proposition is compelling story with social proof. An example, a nonprofit organization creates a video featuring a heartfelt testimonial with a client whose life was positively impacted by their services. So the video's emotional connection resonates with the audience, motivates them to donate or maybe even volunteer their time. So the best business value in creating high-value video content. It delivers tangible benefits to your audience. Again, it addresses their pain points and educates them on relevant topics and ultimately motivates them to take action. It's content that viewers feel compelled to share, comment on, engage with because it provides genuine value. And finally, remember these actionable takeaways. If you're thinking about creating effective high-value video content, determine who that target audience is. You all always say that. Identify your primary business objectives for creating the video content, whether it's brand awareness, lead generation, thought leadership, establishment, and consider the type of video content you're currently creating. What you're doing now, short form, long form, live stream, think about how all that video is going to play into the consumer journey. And again, remember, always implement a strategic plan. You need a plan to create an effective marketing campaign as a way to use video content to build relationships, drive business growth, and ultimately convert your audience into customers. If you need any help, give me a call.
Really, really great tips in terms of how we can connect with our audience. And I always say to people in my space, we really have to put some thought into, the content that we're doing. It's not just like, if for those people who make physical products, it's very easy for them. They could take pictures. Somebody uses the product right away, they might get a review. But, in our line of work, that technical expertise, it takes a while to convert, and you have to have that strategy to be able to share with people, to explain, this is the thing that I do. It's not tangible, but here's how it can help you. So I really love that point. And, you drove it home in terms of, getting back to the basics, knowing who it is we're trying to connect with, right? That target audience, and giving them something useful.
Yes.
Because there's so many, you said it, there are so many things that I could talk about, but it's, you really have to connect it back to, well, is it speaking to the person that you want to speak to? Are they going to appreciate that content? And I love it. Oh,
good.
Thank you. You gave me homework.
Okay. High value content. That's what you got.
I love when Debbie comes on and she attaches the visuals to the words that we're speaking about in the prior show, especially when you hit home for me when you said, just offer a solution. Don't come to just entertain someone. Offer a solution. And for our audience, I want you to connect to some things personal that she's speaking of. And it resonated with me, especially as I was reflecting on the things that made me stop what I was doing to look at the screen. We're in a society that again, I say it all the time, a microwave society. We're always multitasking.
Yeah.
But now that there's a lot of these places that are quite visual, but we are starting to treat it like background noise. So as I'm running across something, what's the thing that stops me from doing something else and leans in, that makes me lean in?
That's right.
Or I do a screen cap, or I save, or I like, or I share. What is it about that thing that made me stop? And it's usually because something that they've said has resonated with me, because it's resolving something sometimes that I didn't know needed resolving. But it made me lean in. There's a particular short form thing on TikTok that made me go to a YouTube podcast, Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett, where he has a number of guests. So that leans into another thing that you were speaking of, a trusted advisor and expert in a space where he's having conversation with them. And I think that is such a cool thing to bring to the table, as we do here, multiple people bringing something different to the space that makes them want to see more of what you're saying and flip through the rest of your videos or reflect back on a longer form component of it. So I appreciate the multiple ways that you're inviting people to engage in a very short way that helps them to get into it initially, but also once they have something to keep moving forward with that same topic, to keep the audience engaged and knowing and liking and trusting, and then eventually maybe becoming a partner, an investor, not just in time, but in money in their business. Yes. So thank you. I think this is really valuable for our community.
Good.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So you know where I'm going to go? I'm going to go right back to the start of it, where you talked about strategy and planning, putting together what you're going to be doing. I think gets you over that hump of, feeling uncomfortable on camera, and it actually accelerates you getting to that smooth delivery of your content. So in putting together the show, to me, I find it absolutely fascinating to put together any sort of video. And it's really your blueprint. That strategy and plan is your blueprint for what you're going to say when, what's going to happen when. And the more you dig into that, is the smoother that content is going to come across, and really be some high value content that you can place anywhere.
It does. A roadmap makes a difference. It really does.
It does. And it helps you to consider all the things that you need to consider in terms of you're now talking to people. You are speaking to people. So as you said, if it's that desire you're going to push, you're starting with those opening questions. Does this look like you? Are you feeling this? Is your company struggling with? So all of those things you can actually think about, get them down onto paper, and, then start to create that content.
Yep, exactly. Oh, good. I'm glad you find it helpful.
Super helpful. So much so that I feel like you're calling me out on my non-TikTok strategy.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
And I'm like, oh, Nia said this to me the other day. I was talking about, I don't know what it is, but I'm struggling to get there, right? So she said to me the other day, she's like, yeah, you should listen to what Debbie said on the show. I was just like, oh, shady.
Quick story. I have a client. He's resistant. I mean, he's a world-renowned in what he does. He's just so resistant to TikTok. It's associated with just being fun and entertaining, but there's so many doctors on TikTok giving information, and it's a good place. They know their audience, and they're getting followers, and so it's great.
Yeah. So I have to. It's a part of the 50 to 50. It's coming fast. I just have to jump in. So I am going to take this and do this and get to that place of really finding what the high value content is there, because I see the value. I get it. So we love having you.
Thank you. I'll see you all next time, and good luck with the series.
Absolutely. Take it easy.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.